Hey Rob, so it's been a few weeks since I've done anything for the Army related videos, but we're finally getting back to that series. So we're going to leave off where we were going. Last time I talked about joining and leaving, but overall in the first video I said I was just going to go through in order. So that leaves me at the next one for order would just be basic training. I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, as you probably remember since y'all made the long road trip up to get there. We were just talking about that today. We had breakfast with Grandpa and Grandma Frazier. A nice, really good breakfast. But so yeah, basic training was interesting. I think a lot of it was I had so many thoughts in my mind going on about it before I even went and did it, just because of Dad, John, and everybody else in the family who's been in the military. Everybody had their own experiences and thoughts about what it's like, different expectations for how bad or how terrible, or some areas where it won't be as bad that people wanted to say. And everything was just so different once I actually got there. So you get there and you actually first get to this place called reception. And it's literally what it sounds like. You show up, you're not assigned to any platoon or anything yet. You're just there. I guess you're with a unit, but you're just there. They're going to get your information and basically process you in to basic training. And they'll help you get uniforms and PTs. And funny enough, that part was actually worse than all of basic training, in my opinion. That was like 4 days, but it's just so much of like you're woken up so early in the morning, you go doing PT, so you're doing a lot of the same stuff, but you don't know what's going on yet, so you're still just kind of waiting. You're just in anticipation. You're not even with the people who you know you're going to be spending the whole time for basic with yet. So you're like, I don't even want to get to know these guys because I'm going to know them for like 3 days. So you get to know them a little bit, but everybody's kind of weird and on edge. And during the day, you're not allowed to talk. If you do, then you get smoked. So you're down doing push-ups all day and you're just sitting there trying not to sleep. I'm like falling asleep. And then like kind of trying to, and then if you stand up, then they want to know why you're standing up. And it was not fun there. Once you actually get into basic training, it's tough in some ways, but I think you end up meeting enough cool people, and as long as you're not the biggest or the squeakiest wheel, I guess, then you're fine. So you just got to make sure you kind of blend in with the masses and do the right things, which isn't that hard. So I think a lot of basic training is like, a lot of people say it's like the best worst experience, and I think I agree with that. Of like, I don't think it's as bad as other people built it up to be. And I think part of that is just because changes and stuff in the military. But I think it was also just, it was fun a lot of the time. I mean, in the moment, you're out there in the pouring rain and it's cold and it sucks, or you're doing push-ups or whatever punishment that's going on. But when you think back on it, it's just, there's a lot of hilarious moments. You meet a lot of really cool people. I met people there that are probably some of the most unique guys that I ever hung out with. Like my buddies there, Decker, Alexander, Dixon, Achilles, all those guys. They were really good to me. They were good people. I learned a lot about folks from different backgrounds, and I really think it was a very headfirst dive into, hey, this is a different life and a life outside of Roanoke, and seeing a lot of different cultures and peoples and things like that. So it was really cool. Don't know if I'd want to go through it again. I definitely could. But like I said, the best worst experience that you may or may not want to live through again. But it was fun. Love you, Rob.